The wheel arbor didn't work. Well, it did work, but it's not rigid enough. So now we've got to come up with something a bit different. So I started doing this late last night. That's why I haven't filmed anything up to now. But all I've really done is face that off. I've bored that centre all out to 36mm, and I'm taking this out now to 50. And at the minute I've got 0.66 of a mil to come out. So that bit there is what the wheel's going to register on, and what I'm going to do is put a big pin through the middle, which I'm going to turn between centres, and I'm going to press it into that hole. But before I do that, I'm going to drill a couple of holes in here to locate the wheel. So we need about 0.66 out of this. 2 halves, that should be 0.33. I accidentally uploaded 2 videos at once last week. But anyway, never mind. I just wanted to say thanks again, boys, all the comments that you keep putting on. It does seem to be making a difference. I know there's been 1 or 2 that have sort of commented that it is only views that make the difference, but I'm not so sure, because, well, I'm just not. I think it's making a difference, but we'll have to see, won't we? There are a few more subscribers join the club, so see how we get on, eh? I can't really get in there very well with a snap gauge, but I can push the pins both to the back, the jaws on these. I hope I'm not blocking it. It's 49.75. So it's another 2. So we'll take 0.2. We'll see where that gets us. I don't want this to be sloppy, you see, it's got to be a good fit. Couple of hundredths under. I think I'll just run that in at the same setting. See if we get a cut on it. What I'm hoping, you see, is that when I press this onto the shaft, I'll be able to run a clock gauge on the inside, because there's only one part on that wheel that you can really register from, because it's just a bit of an oddball. Tell you what, that's as near to 50mm as you're going to get, I think. I'm just going to try it with a snap gauge and see if we can get anything on it. that's saying 200s underneath as well. I'm going to tap a couple of hundredths on the gauge and see what it does. We don't want to be knocking it on with an hammer. This is what I should have done to start with instead of rushing around on a Sunday afternoon. Difficult to that felt a bit better. Can you see that? So according to that, we're 200ths over, which is about 6/10. According to that, we're not. That must be catching. Yeah. So at the highest point, getting it bang on 50. I don't want to put too much pressure on the calipers because you can actually make them read what you want, can't you? Let's try this again. It's got resistance on it there. Yeah, 200ths over. I think Al can live with that. Right, I'm just going to break some of those edges away while it's in there. I'll get the inside one, I might do. Sort of doing this blind. There we go. Right, now this is where I've got to be doubly sure that I don't need to do anything else to it. I don't think I do. That's 50, that's 36. Broke the edges off. I've machined that face. I think, he says. I think that's it. Right. I'll get this out of the lathe and then we'll get the big piece of steel in. What I'm going to do with the other, with the round piece, which is here, is I'm just going to put it in the lathe first, flash both ends over, centre drill it, and I'll put it between centres, and I want to turn it down so I can press it into there. So my idea is that when it's got two bolt holes in there, they will line up with two of the bolt holes in the wheel hub, and I'll be able to bolt this to the wheel. If this is pressed in there, that should give him some good rigidity. So we'll maybe press that in, I don't know, up to about, I don't know, 2 inches, 2.5 inches down, and then we'll turn this end down so it's small enough to go through the wheel, and then we've got to put a couple of points on it. So I shall have to see if I can find a way of clocking it up pretty accurate to get the points right. I might have to put the forge jaw back in. Anyway, I'll get that out and we'll crack on with this other bit. Right, I have a bit of a dilemma here, because if I turn that piece of bar between centres and turn it down to 36mm and press that collar on, the jig that this has got to fit, this needs points on the end. It doesn't need a centre hole. So I'm just wondering, can I put that in there, do you think? Face it and then centre drill it with the biggest centre drill I've got. And then I can put a centre in the tailstock, can I? And if I put that little slug in there, centre drill this hole, oh sorry, centre drill that hole, centre drill the end of that, and I can put my drive dog on it, can't I? And the centre's on both of these ends, or the points should we say, one point will go in there, and then I'll have to make something up like that to go in the other end. If I did two of these and put one in the drill chuck maybe. I can't think how, because once that's got the collar on it, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. I could obviously clock one end in, couldn't I? And I could clock that in the forge jaw and get it running true on the axis and on the length. But when I turn it round, bear in mind it would have a point on it, but when I turn it round, I'm going to have the collar there in the way, aren't I? Which might not let me indicate it very well. I think what I'm going to have to do is put a point on this, on both ends of this bar, and then try and rig something up that I can turn it between. If I'm sounding like I'm waffling a bit, it's because I'm struggling a bit now. Right, I'll have a bit more to think about this, I think. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is put a point on this end, point on the other end, and then I'm going to have to, fortunately my drill chuck, it will hold up to, what will it hold up to, 16mm. So it will hold up to 16mm, so I can get a decent enough slug in the drill chuck. I'll just get a bit of round bar, turn it down to 16mm in here, and then centre drill it, and then we can flip that bit round, can't we, and put that in the drill chuck. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go along? Anyway. Right, I don't know what I'm doing because that end can be turned down quite a bit. Can't remember to what. 24mm, so we can turn that down to about 26, I think. Thou 2mm. Bog standard mild steel, that, so it's a bit shit to turn. I was running at 320, I've just upped it to 425 now. So if I turn this down to about 26 mil, that's still going to be a couple of mil to play with. Try 120 thou, shall we? 3 mil. Well, that lad was asking me about the lathe in the comments on a video today I noticed. I did reply and say it's Colchester Master 2500. The Masters obviously just as they go up in sizes from a Bantam to Masters with Triumph and all that. And the 2500 bit is the maximum RPM. And down the other thing I didn't say was it's 5 horsepower this one. What have we got there? 36. Take another 10 minutes out. I haven't heard anything from the chap that bought the Bantam, so from that I only assume that everything's going alright and he's happy with it. I mean, it should be, it's a good machine. A couple of little niggly things with it like, but that's just what you get with older machines like. So that will be 160 there. 4 mil. Doing that alright, isn't it? That's running at 6,000 revs at 425 revs, that is. I've been a long while chewing that off for the Bantam compared to this. Let's see where we are. So 28, 37, so I can take another couple of mil off it. I'm just doing this because it'll be easier to put a point on, won't it? It won't be so much. Big fat hand in the way. Right, 26 and a half, that'll do. I think we've got to turn it down to 20 mil there. 20-ish, doesn't really matter. Two and a half, so take another couple. Seven. This will probably leave a sharp finish. Not that it matters. We'll put points on there. So now we can work on putting a point on it. Carriage is set for 30 degrees, so give us the regular 60-degree points. Putting 2mm of cut on each time. Well, that's actually off the radius. That's one end done, so I'll get it spun round, I'll do the other end, and then I'll machine up a cone for this end and a cone for that end to go in the drill chuck, and I'll bring you back when it's all in the middle, and then maybe you'll have a bit more of an idea what I'm doing, because at the minute I haven't. Just going to get it roughed out to somewhere near before I put it between centres, and then I'll get it all running nice and straight. Right, now that gives me a couple of mil to play with, because that's going to finish around 24 to go through the wheel, and that's at 26. This bit got to turn down to, well, the hole's 36 mil, so we've got 38 there, so we've got a couple of mil to come off that, and I want to leave something like a thou and a half press fit, so a thou's about, what's a thou, nearly 300ths into it, so I'll machine that to 36. What did I say? A thou's about, yeah, so we'll machine it about 36.6, something like that. I'll work it out a bit better when I can be bothered. I'm just a bit worried about this, about whether this is going to turn in a cone. I'm just debating whether to, if I maybe should, you know, machine just a little flat on the end of there and go in with something like a little tiny drill, because it's quite a big hole on the thing that he uses, and I'm just wondering then if it had a live centre in that end and a cone in the other, because it's going to drive from the other end, if that would be better. I think maybe it would, if I'm honest. Anyway, I'll have a think about that one. I shan't do any more tonight, it's 8:45 now, so anyway, we're getting there. Right, we'll have another go at it tomorrow night. Now it's 2 days later. Where have I got to? Well, you can see, I'm trying to remember what I was doing there. Right, that wants to be turned there to 36.04, and we're about 36.6 I think at the minute. So I've got to turn that down. That's what I'm going to press that collar on. This I'm just going to turn down to 19 mil because it's just an even number. And then we've got this shaft here, which we've got to turn that down to somewhere around a 20, anywhere between 20 and 24, it doesn't matter. You can see what I've done. I've drilled the end of the shaft with a centre drill, and I was thinking that it was going to be alright, be easy to turn between centres, I thought, that way, and still have the point on. However, my problem is the run out on this is just abysmal. This end's running true, so what my plan is now is I'm going to final turn all this in here to get it all to the size that I want, and then I'm hoping that I will have enough here to grab with the 4-jaw and then clock this in best I can, you know, and then recut that end, and then I should be able to flip it round and then just final machine this. This other end doesn't really matter, to be honest, as long as that's down to 24. All we've got to do, all that we need to do is make sure that this is 36.04, that it goes through the wheel, and both these ends run as concentric as I can get them. So we'll take a skim cut off this first. You'll see in a minute when I fire it up how far out that end is. So we'll take a skim cut off that, and then we'll try and get it turned down to 36.04. So 36 mil, 400ths of a millimetre. 400ths of a millimetre should give me around about a thou and a half press fit. Right, so there we are. I see we've got loads and loads of comments on the last couple of videos. I accidentally uploaded 2 on the same day, and I shouldn't have done. But anyway, shit happens. That's how things go sometimes. Comments and that really good. I'm quite happy. There's one chap was saying that the machine noise and that, he's having to turn his volume up so he can hear me talking. You know, my microphone, my camera here, it doesn't have a jack point on it to plug in a directional microphone or anything like that. So until one day where I get myself another camera that has a microphone jack on it, I'm afraid we're going to have to stick with this, because I could get a wireless one, I suppose, but the problem with that is it's been more time, you know, editing and putting videos and that together, and I'll be honest with you boys, I have far too much to do. I try to keep my editing down to a minimum. That's why my videos are not the best quality in the world. My surname's Pierce and not Spielberg, so it'll just have to stay as it is for the time being. You press the right button. Right, so anyway, I'm sorry if the audio's a bit shit sometimes, but it's as it is, and you know, that's all I can say really. Right, let's get on with this a bit. By the way, I wasn't having a go at anybody for complaining, like, you know, I do understand. But unfortunately, that's just how things are sometimes. Feed going the right way, shall we? Right, we'll just let that track along there. Just let it clean that up, and I'll take another measurement. $36.04 is what I'm looking for. 36.26 at the minute. 22. So I'm going to be a chicken shit and go for 18. $36.06. So we want a couple of hundredths off it. I'm going to run it on the same one and just see if that takes anything off. I don't think it will though. It's taking a bit. Now boy, how you doing?
Alright, you?
Right, we got interrupted there. So that journal there, I was after 36.04. Get that? Focus. Is it going to come through? Yeah, 36.04. This bit here doesn't really matter. Going to get it down to around 19 mil. Get my micrometer in there. And we're 1909. I'm just going to let that run there. So you can see how far out we are there, look. All the run out. So what I want this to run through with this to run through with this bit here. and then that gives me something to hold on to clock it in to read through that end up. Well, that's the plan anyway. So carry on a bit more and then let's get this bit done and move on to there. Right, I've got that bit done. So what I'm going to do now is surface finish on this bit. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that it's concentric with that. I was just running at 235 there. I think I'm going to up it to 320 just to see if we can get on a bit faster. Let's see how we go. So I've got a right and left-handed version of this tool. So I'm just going to start from about here, go this way, whittle it down to, what was it, somewhere between 20-24 mil. Increase the speed of it, and then we'll try and match it coming the other way with the opposing tool. So as that's moving, I'm just feeding that in fairly steady down to 1 mil depth. Really, all I've got to watch out for is I don't crash into the drive dog. Also, what I'm going to do before I take it out, I'm going to put a clock gauge on all this and make sure everything's running true. At 24.24, I think what I'll do, I'll take it down, I'll take it to 23 and a half, I think. Let's say this part of the shaft is not actually going to be touching anything. I'll take it to 23 and a half, didn't I? Well, I'm already down at 23 too, so we'll take it to 23. So we're 22.97. Turn this last bit to suit it. Another clock gauge on the back here. Reverse the feed. You're not going to see an awful lot of this because it's all on the back side. I think you get the idea, don't you?